Hello everybody, welcome back to OCRP, and this is the news that you have been waiting for. Happy Friday to all of you. Upcoming on Monday, March 20th at 12:01 a.m. Eastern, the applications for OCRP will open, and they will close on Wednesday, March 22nd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So I will have a link in the description below. If you want to apply, click on there during that time frame, and good luck to you guys. So how it'll work is that you'll go through the application process. If you are selected, then you'll move into a interview, and if you're a good fit for OCRP, you'll then be brought right into the community. So that's what you all have been waiting for. I'm very, very excited to announce it. And today we're going to go over some of the new things in OCRP that I didn't go over before. So let's get started. I'm sure one of the questions you're going to ask is, Jeff, how can I be an LEO? Well, you have to join OCRP as a Civ first for 60 days at the minimum, and then you can take a training to become an LEO if you would like. One of the big scripts that you have seen on our videos doing LEO is this one, and it's the Camcore one. It's the camera. Let's see what happened here on this one. You open it up and you can actually go through it. So you don't have to just RP in chat, what did I see at a CCTV camera? Now you can actually see what happened. And as you can see, this guy was probably robbing. You can scroll through it. So, there's the cops coming in to clear the room right there after the guy ran out. And you can scrub it back and forth. You can hit play on it, and you can see exactly what happened. There are a lot of triggers that will turn these cameras on, but we don't know all of them. Only the dev that we have in OCRP called Darren, BigDaddyScripts.com. And if you guys want some of these scripts that I'm going to be showing you today, check out BigDaddyScripts.com. It will be linked in the description below. Darren's been an invaluable asset to OCRP as an admin, and he's the only one that knows the triggers for these cameras. So I don't even want to know, because I don't want to metagame it, you know what I mean? And if you don't know what metagaming is, it's basically knowing things outside of the RP that's actually going on. So say that you're watching a stream and you see, we can change cameras too. You can see the cars back there leaving. We're going to scroll it back. But basically, if you're streaming or something, people that are Civ versus LEO would have kind of one up on the other party if they're watching what they're doing. So that's what we try to prevent happening on OCRP. And these cameras right here will just tell you the actual story of what happened. If you're a Civ on OCRP, you can come back here and you can start cracking the safe right here. That will alert the police in a certain vicinity if so many cops are in that vicinity of the one sync 1,500 meter radius. You can also come over here and you can break into the cash drawer. Now, we don't have an economy. We don't have ranks in OCRP, nothing like that. A lot of that stuff is done through RP. The fuel script right there, we do have a fuel script in there. I'll show you a little bit later on. You saw it in the previous videos, but now we have the ability to actually fill up the cars. Another thing you can do is now open up VCam, and this will bring up the video camera, and you can hit E to use it and use your controller, whatever you want to, scroll wheel to zoom in, all of that stuff right there. And you can also change out camera views by hitting X, so you can walk around with the camera, and then hit E again, go back into the camera, hit X again, hit Alt X, and boom, it will just fall on the floor. Don't worry, it'll despawn, but that's how you get rid of it. If you want to fly the drone, we have a DJI Mavic model in here. If you just go DCam, you'll now spawn the drone in, and you can go up and down and fly. It's basically a helicopter, so it flies like that. And you can see that right there, we're flying the little drone around. And yes, indeed, you can hit C to go into the camera, and you have different camera modes just like a real drone would have. Really cool if you're making videos for OCRP and things like that. And that's another thing. You can actually record, you can stream OCRP. There are no rules to that. You see on the map, you have the red X flashing. Just hit H and it will go home and land just like a real drone. So this is one of the Big Daddy scripts. If it's something that you want for your community, be sure to check it out. Another Big Daddy script we have is the weather script, but you can always bring up forecast and it will show you an outlook for 5 days of what to expect in the weather. And this actually does reflect what you will see in those days to come. So we know we're gonna have clear skies, only a little bit of clouds on that second day. And it's pretty cool if you want to know when the rain's coming in. We also have a camping script, so you can just do camping, and it'll bring up this little menu right here. You can start a campfire. You can put a camp stove down. You can delete the fire if you want to. You can put a tent down. You can even put a chair down on the ground as well. Sleeping bag, you name it. You can make a whole camping spot right here. You can even roast marshmallows and hot dogs. So if I get myself a campfire going right here, I can go to marshmallow, and I can be like, hey, I'm going to roast a marshmallow. And it'll actually catch on fire too if you roast it too long. Really cool how that works. And to clean up, you just hit delete object on everything, and that's pretty much it. You can delete the fire, and you can stop roasting marshmallows. You can do the same thing with the hot dog. You can also go fishing. If you're wondering what the camp stove was, it's just an alternate way to have a campfire going, and that has the little rods in there so you can actually roast stuff right over it. We have well over 100 different civilian vehicles, and a big thanks to SoCal Thero for doing all of that. I'll have his YouTube channel linked in the description below if you want to go check him out. He makes a lot of LSPDFR mods, but he makes all the car mods here in OCRP. And if you want our LEO pack, I'll have that linked as well. So you can just go over there, download it. It won't be in our liveries, but you can put whatever liveries you want on there. There's templates, all that stuff. An important note, if you download our LEO pack, make sure that you have your Carcoal IDs set up for your server. If you just throw our cars in there, they're probably not going to work. The lights won't work on them correctly. You have to do that on your end. Another script we have right here from Big Daddy Scripts is the new HUD that you see down there. So if I turn my, take my seatbelt off here, you'll hear that sound, and you'll hear the chime reminding you, hey, you don't have your seatbelt on. So hit Control Z, bam, it's back on. You hear that little click right there, and you're good to go. You can use the left blinker and right blinker using the minus and plus keys, and then you can hold down the backspace key to utilize your hazard lights. Just hold the backspace key down and boom, you're good to go. They're turned off. You can adjust all this stuff. It's just the HUD options, basically. You hit slash HUD options. Here's all of the options you have here to make it what you want. You can turn the graphical speedometer off and all sorts of different stuff. You can even turn on a little compass if you wanted to, or the radar compass. You can turn that off. But the compass in the vehicle's at the very top, as you see right there. Very cool options. You can customize it to what you want it to be. We have an updated trunk script since the last time you saw it, and now you'll be greeted with the options to open the trunk with H, close the trunk with H, or you can hide in it. But now when you hide in the trunk like that, you no longer will be clipping through the actual car. Hit F to get out, and there you go. Close up the trunk. You have to be in a certain spot for it, but it works. We are in the process of adding our own fuel script. Darren's working on one right now, including different electrical vehicles like Teslas and stuff we're going to be adding, and then we're going to have charge stations for those. But for now, you can just come over here. You can grab the fuel pump. You can place it right here in the car, and look at that. You got a number right there at 69% going above. And when it's 100%, you know the car is filled up. Our fuel script has been tuned quite a bit, so now the cars don't burn fuel near as fast as what they used to. There it is right there. Dismount that fuel pump and put it back on there. And now when we get in the car, you'll see, put our seatbelts on, you see our fuel is all the way up at the top. If you turn on the headlights, you'll see those light up blue. And if you turn the brights on, you'll see them turn off. But at night, you'll have 3 different stages. That one just shows you if you have the lights on or off. We're using Darren's license plate script to have custom license plates in here. However, Lincoln Graphics is the one who's provided these. I will have that linked in the description below. We now have a vehicle lock picking script by Big Daddy Scripts as well. So we can hit E to pick the lock, and then he'll go over there and he will attempt to break into the car. And if you are successful, you'll hear the horn going off on that one over there because I just did it to make sure that I was doing it correctly. But you'll get a prompt at the bottom. It'll say it's unlocked if you successfully do it. It takes a little bit of time, just like that, but now it's unlocked. You can get in. We now have the ability to do a manage car menu. So we have this to claim as our own vehicle now. So now it's our own personal vehicle. If I get out, I can now hit E twice to lock it. And this will work in one sync, even if you go beyond 1,500 meters. from the car, it will always remember that as your car. And if you walk back up to it, the key fob will automatically unlock it, just like that. You don't have to do anything. It knows who you are. If you need to abort, you can always hit the X key and you can abort trying to break into the vehicle. We have a fun fireworks script in here by Darren as well. It's set fireworks, and you have a box. You have the other options of having the box, you have the mortar, you have the fountain, and the rocket. So you can shoot off fireworks. And there it goes. I just got pushed back because I was too close. So once you light the fuse, you do have to run back far enough away from it so that you won't get hurt. And with the bigger fireworks, you can actually catch on fire. Another Big Daddy Scripts, and you're going to hear that name a lot because that is Darren's scripts that he makes. We have the Under the Influence script. So you can do /BDUI, and then you have all these options here to go. We can just hit this and we can open up the menu. So you can go weed, painkillers, whiskey, meth, and ecstasy. Really cool how you can do that. You can drink some whiskey, and you're going to see on-screen effects as well. You can also do a buzzkill, which will stop all the effects. So I could just do a BDUI buzzkill, and boom, we're back to normal, just like that. Each usage of the substance has an amount of time it takes to wear off. So if you do it in a 5-minute mark, you'll pass out, and then it lowers the time to 5 minutes when you get back up. The more intoxicated you get, the more likely you're able to basically stumble and fall around. If you do it too much, there's a chance you will die, just like alcohol poisoning. Another Big Daddy script that you have seen us use is the ride share one. You can just open it up and you can do taxi, limo, or anything else. So basically, you can do taxi, just like that. He's going to pull his phone out and he's going to make a call. So this is all done through AI, not a live player. So the taxi will be on the way. You can even do taxi/other, which will give you the alternative taxi for like an Uber. Here comes the taxi right now, flying in, going crazy. You can hit F to get into the taxi cab, and then he's going to ask me, hey, where do you want to go? And you see the little fare UI down in the bottom right. There we go. I told him where we want to go. So once we're in here, we can hit different modes. So he's driving normally right now. He's going to somewhat respect traffic laws, drive normally. But if you want to, you can hit enter, and he's going to say, buckle up. You start getting into a different mode. You can hit enter again. I guess you're in a hurry. And then you go. We can get into flee mode. So you can leave the vehicle anytime you want by hitting F. But there you go. We paid $8.19 for the ride, and we're all finished. And he'll just drive off. Oop, sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to get in again. Oh, he's getting out. I just shoved him out of his own car. I'm a jerk. But that's the ride share script. If you do /manage me, you'll see we have a new character manager now, and you can go through here. You can select the one that you want. You can clone them. So when you go in and create a new character, you have to change out everything all the time. But if you clone them, it'll be the same ped that you're using. But if I just go into create and do test, I don't have my, I just recently cleared my cache, so I don't think this is going to load. Yeah, it didn't load in, but we'll basically load in at the police station here. But these are the options for it. You have ped models right there. Your inheritance, you can change by numbers of what people will look like. You can change the mix of them. You can change the skin of them. You can also change you can mix between the father and mother there. Face features are all right here. And then you have appearance, and then you have clothes down below that. Just like that. Tons of options here. You can even, in the clothes menu, go to a hat, take it off, put it back on if you had one on there. You can also have him spin around different ways. You can move the camera left and right. Like I said, I don't have it cached in right now, but it will eventually. Once you're happy with your character, you just hit save. So with the train script, you want to basically face the way you want the train to go. And then all you have to do is do train and then the train type, which is going to be freight. And boom, we're in a freight train right here. You use the up and down arrow keys to get it going faster or slower. This is actually the OCRP train that we have right here, but it'll do 135 miles an hour. This one will. I'm going to slow it down here. You can stop all the way back to 0. You can hit F to get out of the train all you want, and you can get back in the train by hitting F again. You're back in it. And to delete it, you just do delete train. So I'll just do a delete train here. Boom, it's gone. If you go in and you make it /train passenger, we'll have Amtrak, and they have working cabins that you can F9 no clip into. which is really cool, and you can ride the train. Just a heads up, we don't have any AI trains, so every train you see on the tracks are done by actual players. We allow 2 trains on at a time. They use the railroad communications to talk to each other. So we allow a metro train and a freight train or passenger train up on the freight train tracks to go from Los Santos up to Sandy Shores, and they communicate through TeamSpeak. By now you have seen our air unit, but now we have a helicopter pre-flight script you see right there on the HUD. We're in yellow now. We gotta wait for that to turn green before the helicopter is ready for takeoff. This is the Code 3 Development Bell 206L. I can click in the left stick to turn on the red beacons in the back there. And once we get it up to speed here, I'm gonna show you our new camera script we have on the helicopter. So that's still coming up to speed. We're green, so we can bring it up into the air just like that. Air 1 pilots are required to be 2 people per helicopter, and at this time, we only allow 1 helicopter. We have 1 sync capability on here. That's why it's a 1,500 meter radius when you saw the air show. That is due to a limitation within 1 sync. We cannot change that, but it allows us to have up to 1,000 people on server at one time. If I hit the E key, we're gonna be bam into the new camera script. Here it is right here. You can zoom in with the left. I'm using my controller here, so you can use the left stick to zoom in and out. We don't have working road overlays right now, but that is being looked at. But if you look down here at the top right, it says Marina Drive right there in Sandy Shores. If I point at this on any other road, you'll see that it changes based on what you're looking at there. I can right click on my mouse wheel to change between FLIR. So now we're in FLIR mode. It's just the default FLIR that you see in GTA. However, we're going to be working towards getting this into a black and white look, which would be really nice. And then, of course, if it's at nighttime, you click that and you'll have night vision. Our Air 1 pilots are trained to fly at 500 feet and at about between 60 and 70 knots for an orbit. We don't allow any hovering. We know that Air 1 is a little OP when it comes to people getting away. So how we combat that is through the fuel script right there. It should last you about 30 minutes of in-flight time, so you have to kind of create it how you want to. We're going to land here, and then I'm going to get the fuel truck out, and I'm going to show you how we can refuel this thing. So we have landed the helicopter, so let's just go ahead and open up vMenu, and we're going to do a vehicle model name, a fuel truck, just to make things quicker here. Once we have the fuel truck, I can drive it up to the actual helicopter within a certain radius, and when I get out, we're going to see that it will start refueling that helicopter, which is really, really, really cool. So we're going to come over here. And we're in the midst of getting a new fuel script for the truck to where the hose will actually come out and attach to the helicopter. But if I get into the helicopter, you're going to see that it's right there fueling it. To delete vehicles, very easy. Just slash either delete good old delv. You can do a delv like that, or you can just do a DV and boom, it'll be gone. As simple as that. And there's a delv right there. So that's how you delete vehicles. If you spawn into a vehicle and it has a hitch on the back, I will show you that you can attach any of these vehicles to any of the trailers by using the H key. This is an awesome, awesome script by Thibu. I will have it linked in the description below. As I back up to the trailer itself, you'll see the camera change. That's how you know the script's working there. Get near that and hit J, and boom, we have the trailer attached to it. Any trailer, as long as a car has a hitch to it and it has a trailer hitch on the actual trailer, it will work. We now have a canine script, not only for the LEO, but for civs as well. You can have a dog or a cat as a pet. Just do /canine spawn and then the type of the animal. So you have a husky, shepherd, Rottweiler, poodle, Westie, pug, or a cat. So we can do a husky if we want to, and boom, there he is right there. He is our dog. And we can do canine commands by doing canine command like this. And you can tell him to speak. All sorts of different commands that you'll see in everything here. And basically, you can just do a /tablet to open your tablet up. Go to the key bindings here, commands and key binds. And then here are all the current ones if you want to get up to speed on all of the different scripts that we use. There are hotkeys. You have the Alt Home, Alt Insert, Alt Delete, page up, page down, etc. to do different commands for your dog. So we'll do a canine command to sit and tell him to sit. He's being a good boy. Awesome. Do a canine spawn and then husky again, and now he has been set free. There he goes. Enjoy your best life, buddy. So yes, even if you have a dog or cat, you can also have them ride in the car with you. I don't need to show you that right now, but you can have them ride in the car, which is pretty cool. Some other quick ones I don't need to show you because I don't have some of the assets loaded in right now as we were testing some new MLOs and things. But we do have bowling at a bowling alley, and you can go to the Yellow Jack to shoot darts and play pool as well. So a lot of different mini games that you can do while you are waiting for RP to develop. One of the biggest things that we have added is the new CAD. So if I do slash show CAD, and I have that set to a hotkey, we'll have Sonoran CAD right here is what we are actually using. So if I do get started today, I can log in with my Sonoran account. Everything about the CAD will be given to you whenever you are accepted into OCRP. I don't need to go through everything that the CAD can do, but it's really cool. We have live map for LEO and all sorts of different dispatch options when it comes down to using the CAD. And if you want to know more about Sonoran CAD, I will have that linked in the description below. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this episode of OCRP and what's new in OCRP. If we add more things, I will go ahead and make another video on it. But now is the time to get ready for applications. Make sure that you just don't, flub it. Basically, don't write like a 5th grader and take it seriously, and you will be accepted by doing so. We're an 18+ community, so you need to be over the age of 18 to apply. And good luck, everybody.